All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. We're going to have a great week out here. We've got Andrea Rosser in Paris now. Have you ever seen the movie National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase? So I've told Andrea and her son, I'm like, you guys have got to watch that because you guys are touring around Europe for a while now. So I think it would be a great movie to watch as you're doing that. But for all of you Chevy Chase fans out there. So our word for today, and I'm going to turn it over to Andrea really quick, or try to, is manifest. Manifest. But we actually do have two birthday ladies. I don't know if they're on today or not. They might be at work. Stacy McCarver and Allie Albritton. So you know who they are? Please send them a happy birthday and tell them that we all wish them a very great day today. So the word is manifest, manifest. And if you look at that in the dictionary, it's like to make something clear, visible, real. Like I'm manifesting it in my mind, right? Who wants to manifest like financial security, time freedom? Who wants to manifest like a good relationship? Who wants to manifest like you've got a circle of just trusted people that are just the most amazing people and you all are on a mission together and all that stuff? So, you know, it's creating a visible, clear direction in your mind through focused thought, intentional action, and persistence, right? Here's the crazy thing about manifest. It's a journey. Think about your spiritual walk. Hopefully you're manifesting your spiritual journey. But is it easy? Is it easy to go to the day to the day to the day, the persistent, the consistent, the staying on the journey as one week turns into two and then to a month and then to a year and then to 10 years and then to 30 years? You telling me you don't just jump off the wagon of the spiritual walk? All right, I'm done with that. I didn't get it done in 10 years. I'm over. I'm over that. No, you wouldn't say that. So if we wouldn't say it on our spiritual walk, we can't say it in the other areas of our life that we're trying to thrive at, right? Manifestation takes dedication. Like here's one of the things I wrote down, and I'm gonna jump right to it. It says at the bottom, the life you want is rarely built in a day, but it is often built daily. Think about that. How many of you have quit? How many of you, I've done this. How many of you get excited about something and then you kind of just let it go by the wayside? Or maybe you got into something and you did it for a period of time and then you just like, I don't know what happened. I fell off the wagon, right? I talk about my health journeys all the time being that, right? What if I see Dave Kirtley driving? What if you did that with your golf game, Dave? Where you're like, you know what? I'm on it, but then I don't pick the golf clubs up for a couple of years. You probably wouldn't say to yourself, why am I not playing the game very good? You probably know why you're not. So manifest to me is such a big word. It's like here in reality, manifestation happens like when your thoughts, when your words, when your choices, when your actions consistently align with the desired outcome. Like I'm talking about like I've got it in my mind where I want to go, and then I've got to put it into play. I've got to put it into motion, and then I got to realize that I've got to be consistent and persistent to the cause just like I would in my spiritual walk or my financial journey. I've done this in my financial journey. I don't know about you, where you're like, okay, I'm going to put this back and build a nest egg. Have you ever done that? And you're like, you're inching and you're feeling all good about yourself. And then, oh my goodness, there's a car to buy, or there's this to buy, or there's that to buy. And before you know it, you've depleted the reserve in your back, right? It's the journey we go on. So it takes dedication, manifestation does. So here's why it matters, and I'm going to turn it to Andrea. What we focus on daily, if I get up today and I manifest, I'm going to build a new team, then what I focus on daily, it expands, right? It expands in my awareness. It's amazing how when I'm thinking about building a new team, there's this person I start talking to. And then I see this person, and oh, my inbox, somebody comes into my inbox, and it's like, yes, because you're expanding your awareness, your focus. Kind of like the car. You ever thought about a car, and before you know it, you're seeing like 10 of them a day? Crazy, right? So your thoughts start to influence your decisions. Your decisions start like shaping up your habits. So now it's like, oh wow, I'm starting to get in a rhythm here. And then before long, you're like, my habits are creating my results. Like I've enrolled, we're doing this Epic Club, and I think I'm up to um, no, six new enrollments. Can I tell you this? I hadn't enrolled six people in a month in a while. Why am I doing it now? Wow, because we're creating this manifestation together, and my thoughts are going there, and I'm thinking about it. And isn't that crazy? When you do something, something happens. It's amazing. So today's results are often yesterday's manifestation. Alan Schultz just enrolled two people, right? Just created the Epic Club. Why don't we just do that every day? Well, because it takes manifestation, right? We're getting this, and that doesn't matter if it's our health, our finances, our business. Like I have to start thinking about something and things start to expand. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you. Good to see you in Paris, Andrea, you and
Uh,
Chase.
Good to see you too. And I just knocked over my phone. So hold on. I manifested the wrong thing right there. I threw away my phone. But good morning, everybody. Great lesson, coach. I absolutely loved it. And the quote that I found was your life will begin to manifest what your habits quietly practice. And I think about that. I mean, obviously, coach, that's what you just talked about for the last couple of minutes. Like all of our habits allow us to manifest what we want. If I, well, I'll tell you the habit that I've had the last couple of days. And if I always live this way, but I've had a lot of ice cream. So I'm sorry, coach. I have. I was just on the phone with Summer. I was telling her about my ice cream goals, and I have had a lot of ice cream. And if that was my daily habit all the time in my regular life, well, I would not be manifesting health, right? So I've got to figure out what I actually want and then have my habits align with that. So what I looked into was okay, how can we manifest? Because I think sometimes we think it's this like magical thing that I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to dream about this beautiful life and I'm not going to actually do anything. And I don't think that's actually how it works. So what I looked into is okay, well, how do I actually manifest something? So first of all, I've got to get crystal clear on what I want. If I want to have a beautiful relationship with my kids, well, I got to figure out what that means. If I want a glorious business that provides for a beautiful future, well, I've got to like really sit down with pen and paper and say, what does that mean for my business? What does that look like? Like, I have to be so clear on what I actually want because how else do I know what to attract, right? With that, I've got to write down my goals and I've got to look at them often. Right now with Epic Club, my goal is to enroll 8 people. But if I write that on a piece of paper and then I disappear and I wander off into the world, am I ever going to actually manifest that? Because I'm not putting any intention any action towards that, no, it's probably not going to happen. So I've got to write down those goals. I've got to review them. I've got to revisit them. I've got to make them a part of my daily life. Number 3 is I've got to speak life over my future instead of rehearsing my fears. And oh man, when I read that, I thought, oh, I am so guilty of the opposite. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Trying to let somebody in. And I lost all y'all. So hopefully I'm still here. But I'm so guilty of rehearsing what I'm afraid of thinking about everything that could go wrong, you know, whatever that might be. What could go wrong here? What could go wrong there? And I think I'm actually preparing for the worst case scenario. I think I'm trying to avoid it, but really I'm just rehearsing the awful things that are probably never going to happen. So I've got to speak life over my future and think about the things that I actually want and focus there instead of all the things that I happen to be afraid of. Number 4, I've got to make sure my daily actions align with my long-term vision. So my daily actions have been ice cream. That does not align with my long-term vision. It truly doesn't. So I've got to work on redirecting my daily actions and maybe a little bit more exercise, a little bit better food choices, things like that. So that when I look at my future, what's my long-term vision? Well, I want to be here for a long time. I want to be healthy for a long time. I want to have longevity, not just, you know, health or lifespan. I want health span. Well, that means I've got to be making healthier choices today. Darn it. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're going to work on that. Number 5 is to remove distractions that compete with our goals. So if there's things that are not helping or aligning with what I actually want, I need to remove those from my life, maybe, and focus in a different space. Number 6 is to surround yourself with people who challenge you and encourage you. Like the Coach's Corner, we're an encouraging bunch. Love you guys, miss you guys. So grateful for this time with you. Number 7, I've got to stay consistent even when I'm not excited, right? Even when I'm like, it's just the day to day. Well, that's when it actually, you know, the rubber hits the road. That's when it actually matters. And then I'll end with this. We'll say number 8, celebrate the small wins along the way. If we only celebrate when we arrive, well, then life's going to be kind of boring. We're not going to have a whole lot to celebrate because I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually arrive, right? So I can celebrate every single day those little tiny wins that I'm having so that I can manifest more wins in the future. So that's what I had this morning, Coach. And just a little bit of Paris. Love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Great word, Andrea Rosser. And enjoy Paris. Beautiful views. Happy Monday, everybody. Have a great week out there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. See you.
Have a
Love you
great
guys.
day, everyone.
Happy
Good week, guys.
Monday.
Good day, everyone.